published and wound up on Good Morning America for like a short snippet for a book about beating the grind, like not doing the 9 to 5 any longer, and sort of people working in a different capacity. But so all Channel 6, it seems like, since they're the ones airing the debate, they got the gig, I guess. I don't know how it works, but so
doesn't care that much. He cares more about
I have to cough. Should I come over here? And oh, and they also have fencing all over here. There's a synagogue over here. It's a Sephardic synagogue. So is it this far down or is it down here? It's down there, right? Right. There's a Sephardic synagogue, which is South American Jews. So which way should I go? Go to the synagogue? Okay. So we have a synagogue over here. Little butterfly, yellow. So we already got over. What if nature told a story? So we have, like, you know, a church burial ground. There's the Quaker house is further down, but there is a Sephardic synagogue. I actually took Seder there once. Like, I was sort of exploring different things in life and was trying to find a community. I didn't wind up sticking, you know, with, say, a Jewish community. It has to do with something that started in 2011, and I never could really find a place like my peeps, per se. But I did learn a lot, and I wanted to learn. And I had the time at the time. But it's Sephardic would be Jews originating from or stemming back to South America. So, but you know, I don't know how people wind up in various places around the world, but there are people who are probably displaced to South America in World War II. Like a lot of people, you know, America, Israel, all over Europe, or, you know, far away from East or Germany. Is it Stalin? No, that would be Adolf Hitler. But even still, you know, it's almost equivalent maybe in some people's minds. But Stalinist or whatever. Anyway, Cold War era, all that stuff displaces people to safer regions, if you will. Regions, locations, areas, countries, cities, towns. But congregation, mikvah, Israel. So they do things a little bit differently. I don't feel good for a second, but I don't know. Rio Kosher in the house. That's a food truck, I believe. It's yellow. It's a weird thing that happens depending on maybe stuff in the air, or like electricity, or I don't know. We're trying to figure out why I sometimes don't feel good. So, but anyway, this was a really nice synagogue, I thought. Is this an addition? I don't remember this entrance being here. It's many years ago. We're talking, what, 2005, 2004, 2003 or 4. That's how many years ago that was. But still here. And you know, I think at this particular synagogue there's actually an African American Jewish man, and in entertainment, Sammy Davis Jr. Identified as Jewish. I don't know if he switched out. I can't remember. Also, Bob Dylan went back and forth between Judaism and, I don't know, Christianity. But they have this closed. Kahal, Kadash, I know, Mikvah, Israel. No tours today unless prior arranged. So they are closed, you know, for the duration, probably until this whole police state situation. I'm kidding. This is Stasi situation, you know, gets under control. So they would just close down and let all this get wrapped up, and they'll probably reopen on Wednesday. I imagine there aren't a million visitors, you know. So it's down here. We're basically in Old City. We'll just give them that, and in a way, it's part of the decor, if you will. You know, not to minimize its importance as a synagogue, but in a way, it's a really nice building and nice landscaping, and here they are near the Constitution Center for maybe a reason. They also have Old City Presbyterian over there, so who got better placement? I'm kidding. That's a joke. I'm being silly, real estate wise. But I see that they have fencing here by the synagogue as well. So we'll kind of go around and go front. Okay. So fencing. It's just around the synagogue, not on Market Street. So they probably, I mean, it is right next to the Constitution Center, so it makes sense that they would have it here. But also because because it's the synagogue, they probably took extra precaution. I noticed that I don't know, is there fencing around the museum, the Jewish museum? There isn't right now. I don't know if they're going to put it there or not. So I'll come around here. There's only a little bit of battery life left, but I think we covered this area. Fox News is down there on the corner across from TD Bank. And I thought it was interesting that it was hard to tell which news stations were out there on the lawns. These people, I guess, are staying in hotels through tomorrow night probably, and we'll wrap it up Wednesday and go back to where they came from. The one guy I talked to, the cameraman for the one stringer, I guess, for Washington, D.C., said they were from Washington, D.C. So Museum of Illusions here at the corner, opposite Fox News. So is Fox News an illusion? I'm kidding. I have to hand it to Fox News. In the past, I couldn't stand Fox News. Any liberal would be like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" But I will say they came up with the fair and balanced tagline a long time ago, and I will say that in recent years, when I've sort of checked through, I don't really watch TV a lot. I have, so I, only have a laptop. I'm limited income right now. But when I needed to watch TV to waste time while I was at my mom and aunt's in between work schedules and stuff like that, I was surprised to find that I actually was okay with Fox News, because I realized something changed. Something flipped. I don't know what, there's a flipping of scripts all over the place. We have Kennedy endorsing Trump. We have the Cheneys, Liz and her dad, Dick Cheney, endorsing Kamala. These are opposite sides of the aisle, willing to support on the opposite side from where they usually sit. And I know there's a lot that goes into politics, but for people who are so used to, liberals versus Republicans as like the usual duel, totally ignoring all the other parties, Green, Libertarians, whatever, independents, it would just be like unheard of. Like early 2000s, people would fall over fainting, if this were the case. So that's how I see that. And anyway, Davy Awards. So that's the dealio there. There's the American Jewish History Museum, and no fencing on that corner. So it must be mostly back here, and then of course Independence Mall up here. And of course with the synagogue back there.